Oh, it's cheery out today, and it's it's hello from Spotty's Funny Cat. It's hello from me and the mouth organ, and it's hello from me, Sue, and it's meow hello from Spotty's Funny Cat herself. I thought we'd do a bit of a flippant toys. Oh, I love buying toys out of the charity shops. So let's just get into it. I think this one will be quite short. There's a couple of things on here that I've actually put on before, but I couldn't resist sneaking them in. This is absolutely fab. This is a Star Wars maze. You know, it's got like a Lucas underneath it, and I think was he the man who filmed all of that lot?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
right, yeah. And but anyway, look, it's got a little. Don't know if you can see that, but I tell you what, it's a devilish game. It truly, truly is. And I think you start off here. You have to go to here, and then somewhere around here, there's a little gap, and it goes underneath, and it has to go to there. Now this was from Sue Riders, and as you see, I think it's £2. It said, and but somewhere on here, it doesn't matter too much. But it says Lucas Industries, Star Wars, and all the rest of that. But that's just fun. You know, I think that'll stay by the seaside for people to have something to do with their hands. Well, it's always handy to have something to do with your hands, isn't it? So not having anything to do with my hands has got me into a lot of trouble. And carrying on the ways of flippancy, I had to buy this. My first ever car was a Citroen Diane. Now this is a 2CV, but you don't find very many toy 2CVs, and you find even less Citroen Dianes. If I see them, I'm up to 5 now, and but this is great. Little opening doors, probably made about 1972, 75, and so that's going to be 45, knocking 50 years old. It's Corgi, so it would have been made in Wales. And hasn't got a date on it. And I think it's that what they call Daffy Duck on there. I think so. That would have been a Daffy Duck special as well. I love the old toys of this era, and I love them play worn with the bashes and the paint off. Anyway, a nice 2CV, Citroen 2CV. Just great cars, real people's cars they were. Yeah, let's get into this lot. I haven't actually opened this. Shall I open this lot, see? And this is, unfortunately, this means I'm going to push these away now, see? And what I'm going to do now is get out all the weapons. Now, the clever thing would be to know whatever any of these belong to. They were 50p for the lot, but it's a funny old world, but a gun for a plastic figure can sometimes make more than the plastic figure does. Oh look, I'm sure Johnny Depp needed a knife, didn't he?
Yes.
No, so we might try. Is that a drill or a ray gun? It's a ray gun, isn't it? And there's a bit of fluff from some other house, I think. Anyway, all those guns. I got a rifle. I got another big knife. Ooh, stabby, stabby, stabby. Oh, that's the sort of stabby we like. The old bendy rubber stabby. And anyway, all of those weapons, they were 50p. And rather like Barbie clothes, always worth picking up accessories. And as I say, sometimes you get an odd bit of rope or a hat from an action man, and it'll be worth £20 or £30. But unfortunately, that isn't very often. And then you've got to know all of your action men and what ought to go with it. And I don't know if I want to go that deep. Now, the next thing I've got is Johnny Depp. And I don't know where he's from or what he's from, but I love him absolutely to bits. Johnny Depp's got a big head. And he would have been 25p or something like that. He's got a thing on the back here. No, that's just in his hair. I actually thought it was a button. Doesn't say anything underneath. I don't know. He does say something round there, but I don't think we're going to really catch it.
Disney.
Disney, does he? Oh, great. Oh, so he's a proper Disney bit. Anyway, you know, oh dear, look what's happened to Johnny Depp. Because I don't know if you remember these before, but wow, he used to be a really racy, fit pirate. And now he's a funny man with a fat head. And but I thought I'd bring the other two because, anything Johnny Depp. Anything Johnny Depp. Oh dear. The depths we sink to. I think I've used that joke at least a dozen times. Yeah, the depths we sink to. They're going to fly over to there and have a pirate ship. Let's do him, her. I never really know what sex the Teletubbies are. They haven't got a sex, have they? No. And so. Did you say this was Tiggy Winky?
Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky. I don't think he's going to make a noise, but you can't hear that. But he does say things really softly because his battery must be dead. The spooky thing for me on that is the eyes. And I can't tell you the where's, the hows or the whys about this because the label's been cut off. But this is from the original time when the original series came out. And they had a bit of a revival of this about a year or two. And you do get the odd bits of more modern ones. But what did you say it was called? Tinky Winky?
Yeah.
We love Tinky Winky. And Tinky Winky's going to go over to there. He was 50 pence in the hospice in Estragan. Now the next... Oh, I tell you what, just because toys... I mean, we've already had this on, but this is... You want one of these, don't you? And of course, that is Doctor Who Screwdriver. And we've had that on before as well, but seeing as how we're having toys, you know... yes, anyway, the things that bring me joy. And then we got these three plushes, came from Sue Ryder in Pembroke. I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been so intense going around the charity shops. And let's start off with Kermit. Everyone knows Kermit. And he's nice because he'll sit if you want him to. And that's quite nice, almost an elf on a shelf. And the other thing is he is... proper licensed by Disney as opposed to anything else, so he's nice. And I got a feeling he was 50 pence, was he? No, I think he was.
In that big tub of toys.
Yeah, and he's still got his little bit of plastic label thing on there. Anyway, so there goes Kermit. The next one I had to buy just because he's an owl. He's made by Ashworth, British company. He's got a sort of beanbag in here, which means he will sit, which is just nice. And rather like Pigs and Frogs, there's a section of people who are just obsessed with owls. I couldn't find out much. I suspect... Oh, look, he's got little tufts. Oh, look. And, yeah, there he is. Maybe, yeah. And, anyway, I don't know. I suspect he's probably made in China. And again, look at his lovely yellow eyes. And he's ever so cuddly. He just is ever so cuddly. And he was £1.50. And as I say, I love the way he sits and he's nice and like that. And I don't see that many fluffy owls. Now, the very, very last thing I've got here is from a British firm, and this is made in England, believe it or not, actually made in England. And this is by Faithful Friends. And they make a range of quite realistic fluffy dogs. And this one is the Queen's Corgi. And it is so, so soft, you just wouldn't believe it. Look at the way they've done the little dustings on the back of the ears. And they've got little lines on the feet and so on and so forth, you know. I say he was made by Faithful Friends. And seeing as how we've been starting to get into saying what things are potentially worth, these sell for £25 plus. on eBay. But how could anyone part with this for £25? It's so cuddly. And now we've had all of these nice flippant modern things. I'm going back to something I bought about the same time that we did feature on, I think, a previous video. And that is a proper old toy. And as I say, he's what they call mohair. He's not worn too bald, totally articulated, lovely felt pads which are wearing out, and little glass eyes, and you can see the way the fabric was, etc., etc. And as I say, his donga doesn't actually work or whatever. And I'm sure he's had odd repairs in there. He feels plush. He doesn't feel straw. But I think he has to be before the Second World War. And he's got a lovely sort of sad face. Go and look up at Sue adoringly. Oh, love me, I'm a teddy. And you can cuddle with all the rest of them, all right? Let's have a cuddle fest. Whoa, everyone bundle on. And Kermit as well. And I think that is more than time to say goodbye, don't you, Sue?
Yes.
And I've got the same problem I had before, which is I'll have to use the other one. And yeah. And so that is goodbye from me. Goodbye from
Me.
that's Sue. And by proxy, goodbye from Spotty Cat. Meow, meow, meow. And we hope you enjoyed, and we hope you see you the next time.